And we are here with Jill and John Turpin from the Green Mountain Bluegrass and Roots Festival in Vermont. So first, let's start out. John, tell us, both of you guys, how did the idea come about?
I think well, thanks for having us, first of all. It's really good to be here. And I'd say, first of all, the idea just sort of percolated for a long time. We both played music and been, following the bluegrass and roots scene for a long, long time. And I think we casually talked about starting a festival over the years. And we go to a lot of festivals, so we'd say, we like this, we don't like that, or we could think this could be a little better. But it never really was a thing like one day we're going to have our own festival. And then a couple summers ago, we were hanging out with these guys from the Lonely Heartstring Band, and they were telling us about a festival that they play, and they're talking about the guy that ran it and how they had kind of semi-retired and they were running this festival and they were really great people. And I was like, what do you think it takes to run a festival? And I remember Matty Whitler was like, oh, how hard could it be? You just, a little this, a little that. So Jill and I started talking more seriously about it that summer of 2017. And we kind of set a little path for ourselves. We said, let's spend the summer doing due diligence. We're going to go to as many festivals as we can, really pay attention from could we pull this off perspective. And at the same time, we'll start looking for a venue. We knew we wanted it to be in southern Vermont because we felt like there was geographically a hole there. So we started doing our research and our due diligence, and we said if we find a place to have it by October of 17, then we're gonna roll the dice and do it for August of 18, and lo and behold, we found the place, and so we jumped in. And I'm sure you have things to add to that.
Well before any idea of the festival came about, we started going out to bands that we really loved and seeing if they wanted to play in our little area of New Jersey. And through that, we would get them to come and play a gig, and then we'd hang out with them and cook them dinner. And then, of course, like it always goes, instruments would come out and we'd end up playing music all night together. And that's, the relationships just started to build. So it was kind of like the best of what the audience wants and the best of what the bands want. And we put them together and started Green Mountain Bluegrass and Roots. We are business owners, so we went into this with our eyes wide open as best we could from being first-time festival promoters. So through our mutual friends, we started to meet some crew chiefs from Gray Fox. We've been going to Gray Fox for 20 years. We'll never miss a year. We love it. And so we met some really great people who knew what they were doing, and they were really pro, and they guided us and helped us. It was just a merging of different communities. This musician community that we knew and loved, this pro festival, crew chief organizers, and this community in Manchester that opened their arms and supported us really beautifully. It's a very artistic, music-loving community, and we're newcomers up there, and it took some convincing, but they embraced us, and more than anything, they love music, and they just love a family-friendly, good time. Manchester, our site is a mile.
Not quite.
From the center of Manchester, where they have, it's a really amazing town, and there's a lot of things to do, and there's a lot of hiking and swimming holes and restaurants and hotels. So if you don't want to camp at a festival, but you want to be there for the whole thing, you can, book yourself a room at a hotel or a B&B or rent a house within a 2-mile radius of where we are.
When I was in Colorado, I went to school out there, and then I wound up staying out there and played music. And we'd go to Telluride and Rocky Grass, and the collaborations that would happen between the musicians out there, the Thunder Jam with Bela and Sam and Jerry and all of that, it was like jaw-dropping stuff. And the amount of fun they were having on stage was so infectious. It was just, it was like once in a lifetime kind of musical experiences every year. And so one of the things we really wanted to do here was, and Jill touched on this earlier, was we wanted to think what would cause the musicians to be just overjoyed with this whole experience, so that A, they want to stay for the whole weekend, and B, they want to play with everybody else that's there, and C, and probably most importantly, their joy and enthusiasm for the whole thing, comes across through their performance, which I think audiences pick up on, so well and so clearly. So that was really our kind of guiding light. We wanted to make sure that the musicians were just thrilled with the whole thing, and we felt like if we could do that, everything else would translate down to the audience. And I think we were incredibly fortunate in our first year that just came across. People were it was like the nicest, most enthusiastic, positive group of folks gathered that I've ever seen. And it was it wound up being the most gratifying thing I've ever been a part of, really. And I think the same for you.
Yes.
From a headliner standpoint, we've got Sam Bush is going to be there on Saturday night, I think. And Daryl Scott is going to be playing on Friday night. And Mandolin Orange is going to be back and playing on Sunday, which is cool. We're going to make Sunday more of a real day. We'll probably get music to go until about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and really have a good, strong lineup on Sunday. So we're excited about that. And another thing I'm particularly looking forward to is a collaboration that we've got going with a group of Green Mountain Bluegrass and Roots veterans, which means they were there one year, getting together, though, to do a tribute to Strength in Numbers, which is, one of the seminal super groups in the genre, of course. So we can't wait to see how that unfolds, and we know each of them is top players, so I know it's going to be great.
The Mandolin Orange Day on Sunday it's 6 degrees of mandolin orange. So everyone that's playing on Sunday it's either part of the Mandolin Orange band that they're currently touring with, or they've worked together in different projects over the years. So that's going to be a really cool thing.
So we're greenmountainbluegrass.com is our website, where you can find out everything you need to know. And we'd love to have people following us on Facebook and Instagram. We had a big moment last week. We crossed 3,000 followers on Facebook. So yeah, we're on all the social media channels and our website, of course. The dates are August 15th to the 18th, this coming August.
Manchester is very close to a lot. So we live in New Jersey. It's close to New Jersey. It's close to New York. It's close to New Hampshire. This part of the state's a really cool little spot. Yeah,
I would point out it's 3.5 hours to Manchester from us in northern New Jersey. It's just about the same from Manhattan. Boston's about 3 hours, so it's really inaccessible. People hear Vermont and they're like, oh gosh, yeah, 8-9 hours.
Yeah.
Not southern Vermont. Southern Vermont's very accessible.
It's all in one very flat 20-acre field, so the camping is right there, and the parking's right there. It's all very easy and accessible to everything.
All right. Well, thank you. We're gonna all come by, and we look forward to seeing you guys. And best of luck, and we'll get a update on everything soon. So thank you very much, and we'll all see you.